The night Bruce Wayne was born, destiny blinked. Not in Gotham, but in the desert, because someone else was watching. Someone who believed the child would one day decide the fate of the world. And years later, Batman would realize the greatest danger wasn't Gotham. It was who raised him. Everyone knows the alley, the gunshots, the pearls hitting the pavement. But in this version of the story, something else happens that night. Before the police arrive, before Gotham mourns, a shadow steps out of the darkness. A man older than legends. A man who sees potential the way others see weakness. Ra's al Ghul looks at the orphan child and does not see grief. He sees a weapon that could save the world. And the choice he makes that night changes everything. Bruce doesn't grow up in Wayne Manor. There is no Alfred's gentle voice. No childhood in Gotham. Instead, Bruce wakes up in silence. In a fortress hidden beyond maps. The air smells of steel and incense. And the first lesson he ever learns is this. Mercy is a lie told by the weak. At age 5, Bruce is taught how to breathe through pain. At 6, how to fall without breaking bones. At 7, how to watch someone suffer without turning away. Ra's does not call him Bruce. He calls him Beloved, because Ra's believes the boy is the future heir of the League of Assassins. And heirs are not protected. They are forged. Bruce learns history before bedtime stories. Not fairy tales, but empires that rotted from compassion. Cities that burned because leaders hesitated. Ra's teaches him one rule above all. The world does not need heroes. It needs correction. And Bruce listens. Because children believe the voices that raise them. By 10, Bruce has killed his first man. Not with his hands. With a decision. Ra's presents him with a choice. Release a prisoner or seal the door. Bruce hesitates. Just for a second. Ra's says nothing. The silence is heavier than any scream. Bruce seals the door. And something inside him locks shut forever. But that night, he dreams of a city he doesn't recognize. A city that feels like home. Even though he has never seen it. Training becomes relentless. Bruce masters swords, firearms, poison, psychological warfare. He learns how to disappear in crowds. How to break a man without touching him. Ra's teaches him that fear is the purest language. And Bruce becomes fluent. But sometimes, late at night, he stares at the stars and wonders why his chest hurts. Why victory never feels complete. Ra's notices. And that's when the real tests begin. Ra's introduces him to the Lazarus Pit early. Too early. Bruce is submerged at 15. He survives. But he comes out changed. Sharper. Colder. Haunted by flashes of memories that aren't his. Faces. Crime alleys. Gunshots. Ra's smiles. Because the pit awakens something ancient. Something violent. Something perfect. But Bruce begins asking questions Ra's doesn't like. About Gotham. About crime versus justice. About why the world needs destruction instead of healing. The first real fracture comes during a mission. A city marked for cleansing. Bruce leads the strike. And sees children. Families. People who look like they're just trying to survive. The League moves without hesitation. Bruce freezes. For half a heartbeat. Enough time for Ra's to notice. Afterward, Ra's confronts him. Not with anger. With disappointment. And that hurts more than any blade. Ra's tells him the truth. Gotham was always meant to burn. It is a disease. And Bruce was raised to be the cure. But Bruce remembers the dreams. The alley. The feeling of loss. And something snaps back into place. He realizes Ra's didn't save him that night. He claimed him. And Bruce finally understands the cost of obedience. Bruce doesn't run immediately. He plans. He pretends. He becomes the perfect son. The perfect heir. Until the night he burns the fortress from the inside. He fights the League he helped build. Escapes with scars no one can see. And for the first time, he chooses his own path. But Ra's lets him go. Because Ra's knows something Bruce doesn't. The world always pulls its strongest weapons back. Bruce arrives in Gotham as a stranger. Older. Deadlier. Already broken. There is no billionaire playboy phase. No gentle transition. Bruce declares war immediately. Criminals don't get warnings. They get erased. The symbol he chooses isn't hope. It's terror. The Batman of this world doesn't say, "I won't kill." He says nothing at all. And Gotham notices. The underworld collapses in weeks. But the city doesn't feel safer. It feels occupied. Police fear him as much as criminals do. And when Joker emerges, things turn catastrophic. Because Joker isn't trying to break Batman's rules. He's trying to expose his origin. To prove Batman is just another assassin wearing a mask. And Joker might be right. Every time Batman chooses efficiency over mercy, Ra's voice echoes in his head. The final confrontation isn't with Joker. It's with Ra's. He returns. Proud. Satisfied. Because Gotham is proving his philosophy. Ra's offers Bruce the mantle officially. The world can be reshaped. Together. Bruce hesitates. Again. Just like the door years ago. But this time, he makes a different choice. He turns on Ra's. Not to save Gotham. But to finally silence the man who shaped him. Their battle isn't loud. It's intimate. Every strike carries years of training. Every counter carries regret. Bruce wins. Barely. And as Ra's falls, he smiles. Because even in defeat, Ra's believes he succeeded. Bruce is proof that the world can be molded. Even if it rejects its creator. And that realization terrifies Bruce more than any enemy. Because now Bruce must ask himself something horrifying. Is Batman truly his choice? Or just Ra's al Ghul's final weapon? Turned slightly off course? Gotham sleeps under his shadow. Not knowing if it's protected, or simply waiting its turn. And that's the most dangerous version of Batman. Not the one who breaks rules. But the one who was raised to believe rules were never real to begin with. If this Batman ever decides Gotham is beyond saving, there will be no one left to stop him. So ask yourself this. If Batman was trained from childhood by Ra's al Ghul, would he still be a hero? Or would he just be the last judgment wearing a cape? And if you think this version was dark, wait until you see what happens when Superman enters this world. Because the next story doesn't ask who wins. It asks who survives.